So who am I, right? So I'm going to share a little bit of my story today, which I think and hope will inspire you further to make meditation a regular part of your day, okay? So, oh, I see more people have joined, fabulous, and whatever you missed, you'll get on the replay. Okay, so who am I? Who am I? So I am a spiritual being having a human experience. These days, I go by Winter Sophia Ra, which is a spirit name. And if you're interested in hearing that story is all over my social media. And I made a video about how I came to make this change on October 13th, 2023. You may also know me as Madeline Correa. And either or is fine. I prefer Winter because Winter came from God. And they're just labels, which don't really matter and is a conversation for another time. My awakening journey began in January of 2010 when I suffered a nervous breakdown. So prior to that, I was riddled with anxiety. I was sick with anxiety. I wasn't sleeping. I was angry. I would fly off the handle at the slightest provocation or none at all. I was physically ill. I had high blood pressure. I was 25, 30 pounds overweight, more than I weigh now. I was eating crap. I was polluted. I was smoking. I was drinking more than I should. And I was a hot mess. And I was completely in my head, right? I was completely in my head, in my anxiety. And then in January of 2010, I had a surgery. I had a major surgery that went fine, but that pressure, that stress on my physiology pushed me over the edge, and my nervous system broke down, for lack of a better term, or my mind actually let go. I was literally, after that, I was literally afraid of losing my mind. I couldn't think, I couldn't focus, I couldn't concentrate. I was really in a low mood after that. And I was really frightened that I was losing my mind, that I had lost my mind. I know we joke about that and say things like, oh, I'm losing my mind. And for me, in January, February of 2010, it was a real fear. So I'm watching daytime TV one day. Deepak Chopra is on Dr. Oz. At the time, I didn't know, nobody knew who Deepak Chopra was, but he was a physician and he's talking about how to get to sleep. And at the time, I wasn't sleeping at all. I was actually afraid to go to bed at night because that's when all the monsters came out in my head. And so Deepak taught the audience tricks to get to sleep, which I now teach in my programs, among other things. And he also led the audience in a meditation at the end of that segment and said, if you want to learn more, go to my website, blah, blah, blah. And I did. And I knew at that time that meditation was the answer for my healing, right? For my getting back to myself, okay? For my feeling better again. And so I started meditating that day in January of 2010, and I haven't missed a day's meditation since. And something similar can be true for you as well. And as a result of my meditation practice, my life has completely transformed, completely transformed. Meditation, I believe, is the gateway activity, right? Practice that leads to your being able to step into your power and connecting with who you really are, remembering who you really are, which is that infinite spiritual being with unlimited potential, who's here for a brief moment in time, having a human experience. That was, oh my goodness, 13 years ago. So I healed my anxiety on my own. without medication and without therapy. I did go to therapy for a brief period, but I didn't find it to be very helpful, right? What I did find to be helpful is everything that I learned about anxiety and actually taking personal responsibility for myself, becoming the creator of my world. And that meant meditating every day, which completely transformed my life again and expanded my awareness. And it also led to the expansion of my being, right? So since 2010, I have left my corporate gig. I've received all kinds of cool training and all kinds of really powerful modalities to help people heal and transform the way I did. My transformation, my healing, my journey has been so powerful, so amazing, so expansive that I just have to share it with others. And meditation is the foundation for all that, which is why I start with meditation. And then if you want more powerful things, then we can talk about how we can do that as well. And meditation, again, was the foundation on which I build my amazing life, right? So I left my corporate gig. I went into business for myself. Meditation gave me the courage, the strength, and the agility to be able to do all those things. So I've left relationships that no longer serve me, and meditation gave me the strength, the courage, and the agility to do all of those things. And maybe you don't need such a massive transformation in your life. Maybe you do. And whatever the story is for you, meditation is going to help you get there and help you facilitate whatever change and or expansion you desire in your life. Okay, so that's who I am.